Alrighty, everybody, thank you for joining us today for Deep Stretch. Our theme today is stillness in sound. We're going to go ahead and get started with a warm-up. Today we'll start by walking around our space. Use this time to think about your body, feel it, feel all the parts, analyze your body. How is it feeling today? We'll be stretching out our body head to toe. Is there anything that is bothering you that you need to pay a little bit more attention to as we're doing some stretches? I'm gonna go ahead and press play on our music so we have something on in the background. Let me know if that music is too loud as we are walking around our space. I like to take this time to take a few deep breaths in through my nose, out through my mouth as well. Nice deep breaths, holding at the inhale right before you exhale. Walking to the center of our mat, we're going to go ahead and have our feet flat on the floor, hands down at our sides, palms facing forward, taking nice deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. We're going to go ahead and bring our arms into it. We're going to have with our palms facing forward, we're going to bring our hands out at our sides, up and overhead on the inhale, holding our hands up at the top for our deep breath in. And on our exhale, we're going to lower our arms back down to our sides. Kind of like we're making a snow angel with our arms. So we'll do a couple of deep breaths in through here, in through your nose, bringing our hands up and overhead, keeping a slight bend in our knees, and exhaling through our mouth, bringing our hands back down to our sides. On your next one, go ahead and slightly bend your knees, sinking a little bit lower. Hands are going to go down by our knees as we inhale, standing nice and tall, reaching all the way up towards the sky on our inhale, holding our hands at the top, and exhaling through our mouth, sinking slowly into a slight squat with our hands back down by our knees, and do two more. Inhaling again, standing nice and tall, reaching towards the sky with our fingertips outstretched, holding here, and exhaling, bringing our hands back down by our knees. Last one, nice deep breath in, hands go up, holding here, and exhaling, hands come back down at our sides, shaking our hands and legs out. We're going to bring it into some shoulder rolls. We're going to start by going forward. Shoulders are going to come up towards the ears, push them forward, kind of rounding out the back, pushing our shoulders down towards the floor, pulling them behind us, feeling that stretch through the chest, and up towards our ears again. Making sure that we're feeling this stretch through our backs when we go forward and through our chest as we go back.
Wait, what are you doing?
Release any tension along the way. A few more in this direction before we switch. And switching directions, pushing our shoulders up towards our ears, backwards, down to the floor, and forwards for our backwards shoulder rolls. If you went backwards first, make sure you're going forward this time. We want to get in both directions. Taking these at a pace that's right for you. This is your stretch, your workout, making sure to modify as we need. Challenge ourselves as we can, sinking deeper into our stretches, making bigger movements or making smaller movements, whatever our body needs. We're going to go ahead and pause with our shoulder rolls, bringing it into our neck. Our chin is going to tuck down towards our chest, looking down towards the floor. Our head is going to go roll to the left, bringing our left ear to left shoulder. When we're doing this, making sure that we're just doing half shoulder rolls. We're going to feel the stretch to the right side of our neck, holding it here on the left side before we pull our chin back down towards our chest, rolling our head to the right, bringing our right ear to our right shoulder, and holding it here for a few seconds. Taking these shoulder rolls left and right at a pace that is good for you. If you're doing them constantly, that is great if that is what's best for you and your body today. If you're needing to hold them along the way, do that as well. I like to take these nice and slow to prevent any injury to my neck. Only stretching as far as it feels good, not as is painful. few more. And last one. We're gonna go ahead and bring this into some spine twists. Arms are gonna come out in a T formation, wrists in line with our shoulders, fingertips outstretched out to our sides. We're gonna be facing forward and pivoting just with our upper body, so hips are gonna remain forward as we twist to the right, facing the right side. Then we're gonna twist, arms are gonna stay outstretched through the motion, and we are gonna twist to the left.
I hear what you're doing.
Twisting back and forth just with the upper body, keeping our hips facing forward. Opening up the spine, bringing gentle movements in, stretching that inner spine without pain. Opening up the chest. If your arms are getting tired through this motion, feel free to grab onto your forearms, keeping them, or grab onto each of your elbows, keeping your forearms together and rocking left to right. Sometimes keeping your arms outstretched, they get a little bit tired. Great work, everybody. A few more here. Spine mobility is super important for our everyday. And shaking it out here. I like to put my hands on my hips for this next move. You're more than welcome to, but you do not have to. We'll be going into some pelvic tilts. We want to keep our feet shoulder width apart, feet flat on the floor, slight bend in our knee. We're going to be tucking and pushing out our tailbone. So we're going to start by pushing our tailbone out, pushing our pelvis forward. You'll feel your hip bones moving forward. And you're going to hold it here. You're going to be having a rounded back. Your belly button's going to go forward. And then you're going to push your hips back. Tailbone gets tucked in like if you were to have a tail. You're putting it between your legs. And hips go back, kind of like the cat-cow movement where we're arching our back and rounding our back, but we're just moving our hips, going at your own pace here between forward pelvic tilt and backwards pelvic tilt. You can think of your hips as a bowl, and you are pushing it forward to empty the liquid that's in the bowl or in the cup. We want to stay nice and
Katie,
tall.
Where are our hands? Are they on our knees, or are they just hanging out in the air?
I put my hands on my hips, so my fingers are on the front of my pelvis and my thumb is on the back, so I can feel that hip bone moving through the movement.
Okay.
Keeping it going here. Couple more. One more, last one, and hold it here. Our next move is going to be open the gate. I like to use my hands to guide my leg through the movement, but you do not have to. We'll be starting with our right leg, bringing our right knee up towards our chest. Feel free to hold onto a wall with your left hand if that is helpful for you. We're going to bring our right knee out wide by opening our hips up. Our leg is bent at 90 degrees. Our foot is flexed. We're going to hold it out wide, lowering it down towards the floor and closing it. Bringing our left knee up towards our chest to 90 degrees, opening our hip out to the left, keeping our leg bent, our knee is bent here. We are opening up at the hip before we lower our leg and close it. We'll be going back and forth between our right leg and our left. I like to use my hands to guide through this movement so I can hold it a little bit longer, and then slowly try to do it without my hand support. Taking these nice and slow. Opening up our hips. You'll feel it in the tops of your thighs as you're going out. One more on each side. And close. We'll be going into our standing flow, but before we do, I'm gonna grab a quick sip of water. Please take water breaks as you need through our stretch today. Our first move is going to be the mountain pose. Feet are gonna start hip width apart. or you can have them touching with your legs touching as well. Feet narrow or at shoulder width apart, whatever is comfortable for you. Hands are going to be down at our sides to start, palms facing forward. This is great for balance and alignment. Head is going to remain forward, keeping our spine in a nice long line. You're going to slightly bring your pelvis in so that our tailbone is again in line with our spine all the way through our head. We're going to just take a few deep breaths here. This is great for your balance, alignment, and posture. Engage your core. Belly button is going to be pulled in towards the spine. And if your feet are wide, make them narrow.
Can you turn the music down, please?
Absolutely, I can.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. How is that?
That's good.
Great. If you have had a wider foot stance, make sure you're doing narrow now. And if you are narrow, go wide, if your body is able to do that. We just want to feel both the differences here. Trying to keep that spine in line with our head through our heels. Extending our arms up overhead. Our head is going to lift up, facing the ceiling, facing our hands. We want our wrists to be in line with our shoulders. Arms nice and straight. Head looking up, angled towards the ceiling. Switching our feet stance if they were wide, making them narrow. If they were narrow, making them wide. Again, keeping that pelvis nice and tucked in, belly button in to the spine. Feeling that stretch to lengthen out your body, really pulling your arms up, elongating your body. We are going to extend into a forward fold, feet hip width apart, pushing our hips back, bringing our hands down towards our toes and towards the floor. Feeling that stretch to the backside of our legs, making sure to keep a slight bend in your knee. We do not want to lock our knees and cause any pain to our joints. Keeping a slight bend in our knee and keeping that forward fold. If a narrow foot forward fold serves you better, please do so. And if a wide leg does as well, please do that. On your next inhale, we're going to go into a halfway fold, bringing your hands halfway up, rounding out the spine, exhaling and pushing your hands back down towards the floor. You'll notice that you may have gone further than the time before. We'll be doing a few here, so on your next inhale, halfway fold, bringing your hands up and pushing them back down. Again, stretching out the backside of your legs where it is comfortable, not painful. One more, nice big inhale. Hands come halfway up our legs before we push them back down as low as we can go. We'll hold it here for a few seconds, feeling that stretch through the backsides of our legs. Standing nice and tall, we're going to bring our right hand arm across our body, pulling it in closer with our left arm, stretching out our right shoulder. Pulling our arm in nice and close. Feeling that stretch through the top side of our right arm, through the shoulder. Maybe you're feeling it down the side of your body. Holding your arm wherever it gives you the best stretch to pull it closer. Switching arms now, grabbing our left arm, bringing it across the body, pulling it in closer with our right arm, stretching out to the left side of our shoulder and the top of our left arm. Excuse me. Feel that stretch maybe a little bit in your back, maybe one side's more tight than the other. Shaking it out here. Feet are going to go a little bit wider than hip width apart. Hands are going to extend at shoulder height into a T position. Wrists in line with our shoulders. We're going to do windmill toe touches. At the bottom, you are going to hold for a few seconds before you switch. Bringing our right hand down to left ankle, hips go back first, feeling that stretch to the back side of our legs, holding it here, trying to get our hand down to our ankle. If you land somewhere along the space, that is great. Go where it feels best for you. Holding it here for a few deep breaths before we stand up. Hands come outside again, and we twist with our left wrist to right ankle. When we're going towards our toes or our ankles, the other hand is going to remain up in the sky. So we're still keeping that straight arm, but our opposite arm is going to be up in the air when we are touching our opposite ankle. We're still opening up the chest, and we are facing our right and left as we're doing this. Take these at a pace that's best for you. Two more on either side. One. And the second one. And standing nice and tall and shaking it out. Our next move is going to be a tree pose. If you already know that one, go right ahead and into it. You can do a few different modifications here. We'll be starting with our right knee lifting. So we're going to bend with our right knee. Our left leg is going to remain straight, slight bend in it. We are going to try to bring our left heel inside of our right thigh. Bring it as close into our groin as we can and remaining standing. If up by your groin is too, you're too unbalanced, bring it down to your knee, having your right leg rested on your left knee, keeping that nice bend in your knee out to the right. And if that still is hard for your balance, you can lift up your right foot, resting it on your left ankle, keeping a nice bend in your right knee. Hands can be on your hips, out to your sides to help with balance, but finding that spot that is right for you and holding it here for balance. Hands can be prayed out in front of you. There's lots of modifications for this pose, so find that space that's best for you. All for balance, keeping that core engaged. Taking nice deep breaths here. And switch. Now our left leg is going to be either at ankle, knee, or up by your groin, resting on your right thigh. My leggings are too slippery, so my leg doesn't like to hold where it's at, so I am doing a lower tree today. Find that space that's best for you and take nice deep breaths. And rest. We're going to go ahead and bring it into Warrior One. With our right leg, we are going to step out wide to the right. Our toes are going to be facing to the right. Our left leg is going to be behind us, and our toes are going to be facing where we were facing the first time. So our right toes are pointed to the right, our left toes are pointed forward. We're going to have a slight bend in our right knee, and our hands are going to go up overhead with our head facing forward. Slight bend in our right knee, leaning deeper towards the right, or towards our right. Our chest is going to be facing towards the right, so our left leg is pointed out behind us. We want to make sure that our heels are in line, so my right leg, my right foot, and my left foot, the heels are in line. Bringing our arms down into Warrior Two, we're going to have them outstretched at shoulder height. My right arm is over top of my right leg and right knee. My left arm is behind me, and I am still keeping my head facing towards the right.
No, I didn't.
Our leg behind us, our left leg, is remaining straight while our knee is bent. And relax. We're going to do the same thing on the left-hand side. Facing forward, feet or shoulder width apart to start. We're going to step to the left with our left foot. Our toe is pointed outwards, pointed towards the left wall or left side. Our right leg is going to step a little bit further towards the right, and our toe is going to remain facing forward. We are going to have a slight bend in our left knee, so we'll be sinking to the left while our right leg remains straight. Our hands are going to go up overhead, and we are going to face the left. So just turning at our torso, our hips are still remaining facing forward. Switching into Warrior Two, arms are outstretched at shoulder height. Left arm is forward over top of our left leg. Our right is back behind us. We are facing to the left over top of our left leg. And shaking it out. We are going to go into our kneeling / tabletop flow next. If you'd like to grab a sip of water, find your space, get comfortable. For our first stretch, we'll be doing a kneeling wrist stretch. I like to sit on my feet when I'm kneeling, and I will have my hands down at my sides. My palms are on the floor, so I'm kind of bent over a little bit. And then I'm going to bend my wrists so where my hands are behind me, and I'm putting a little bit pressure on the tops of my wrists. So my wrist is on the floor, my hands are facing behind me. My fingertips are behind. My arms are still down at my sides. And just kind of stretching out the wrists. If this is too abrasive for you, too much pressure on those wrists, just do some wrist circles. While we get in some pressure off of those wrists, extend your left arm straight out in front of you, fingertips up towards the sky. Grab those fingertips with your right hand, pulling them back. Pulling those fingertips back, feeling that stretch in the bottom part of your wrist. Pulling the fingertips down below, stretching out the top. And alternate here. Switching wrists, bringing my right hand forward, fingertips outstretched towards the ceiling, grabbing my fingertips, pulling them back behind, and then pushing my fingertips down towards the floor and pulling them in towards my body, stretching out the top of my wrist and alternating back and forth here. Great job, everybody. We're going to go ahead and bring it into cat-cows. Stand into a tabletop position. We will have our knees stacked underneath of our hips. Our feet are back behind us, so our shins are parallel with the floor. My hands are flat on the floor, palms facing down. My wrists are underneath of my shoulders. We're going to go ahead and go into our cat-cows. Bringing our spine up towards the ceiling, arching our back. Our chest is going to kind of round in too. Chin is going to be tucked in towards the chest. This is our cat. When we exhale, we're going to push our belly buttons towards the floor. Spine is going to round, and we're going to have our head facing in front of us. On the exhale, chest is going to push down towards the floor as well. Inhale, spine goes up towards the ceiling. Nice big rounded spine here. Chin tucked in towards your chest. Exhale, chest goes down towards the mat. Belly button goes down, and head goes forward. We'll be going back and forth between cat and cow on your exhale and inhales. Taking these at a pace that is right for you. If you need a pause because of your wrists, please do so. This can be harmful to the wrist. And resting here. Our next pose is going to be puppy pose. Keeping our hips in that tabletop position, our hips are over top of our knees, so our knees and hips are in line. We're going to go ahead and walk our arms out, lowering our chest towards the floor. We want to keep our hips in line with our knees the whole time, so bottom is going to remain up, chest is down. Our upper body is doing that child pose with our bottom in the air. Lower your chest as close as the floor as you can, and feel that stretch through your lats, the sides of your back, and your shoulders. And we're going to hold here. Deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. If you can walk your hands a little bit further, sink a little bit deeper. And when puppies grow up, they turn into dogs. So we're going to go into our downward dog. Our hands are going to walk a little bit closer towards us. We are now in that tabletop or extended tabletop. We're going to bring our heels down towards the floor, bringing our knees up off the floor, rocking back to push the weight back towards our heels. Arms are on the flat on the floor. Head is tucked in, so my head is in between my arms or on my elbows, keeping my chin tucked in towards my chest. Feeling this stretch all through the backside of my body. Backside of the legs and the shoulders. If you need to rest from downward dog, go back into that puppy pose. Take a few breaths and graduate back into downward dog. If you're not feeling that stretch in downward dog, walk your hands a little bit more closer towards your feet. Rock your hips back so that your weight is transferred towards your heels, and you'll feel that stretch through the backside of your legs. Resting here, we're going to go ahead and shake our body out, shake our arms out. We'll be going back into that tabletop position to start our thread the needle. Again, hips are over top of our knees, our shins are resting on the mat. We'll be taking our right arm and threading the needle through the left side. So with our right arm, we're going to go underneath of our left shoulder. Our shoulder is going to be brought down towards the floor. Our arm is going to be resting on the floor. Our whole right arm is on the ground, and our palm is facing up towards the sky. Our left arm is going to remain bent, and we are twisting our body to the left. facing the left with our body while we are bringing our shoulder down to the floor, threading that needle. Trying to keep our hips up towards the sky. Our bottom is up in the air, while our shoulders down on the ground. This is good for spine mobility, stretching out our right shoulder and back. My head is rested on the ground. Maybe not the best napping place, but it feels pretty good to me. Bringing our hands back into tabletop position. My wrists are underneath of my shoulders. My left arm is going to go underneath of my right arm, in between my right arm and right leg. And we're going to extend our arm down as far as we can to the right. My left shoulder is down on the mat. My head is on the mat, and my left palm is facing up towards the sky. So my chest is facing the right side. Feeling that stretch through the right shoulder and left shoulder, excuse me, and the left side of my back. Taking nice deep breaths through our stretch. And coming back into that tabletop position to start, rocking our hips back, widening our knees a little bit, bringing our bottom down to rest on our heels, chest goes down low, arms extend and walk out for child's pose. Chin comes into chest, and hold it here. Give ourselves a nice little rest, feeling that stretch all through our back. I like to bring my knees a little bit wider than my body, wider than my hips, so that my chest can get closer to the ground. Do what is best for you and your body. This is a good recovery stretch, so we'll go ahead and hold it here for a little bit longer. And coming back up, we are going to go into a lower lunge. Bringing our weight up, we're going to be sitting nice and tall on our knees. So my knees are on the ground and I am kneeling nice and tall. I'm going to bring my right leg out in front. So my left shin is still resting on the mat behind me. My right knee is bent in front of me. And we're going to push our hips forward, bending our right knee and sinking into a deep, low lunge. Your hands can be rested outside of your right foot, giving you some extra balance. You can have them on your hips to push a little bit deeper into that stretch, wherever your hands lie and feel most comfortable. Our left leg is almost straight, but not fully. Pushing deeper into our lower lunge, hips are pushing forward. Feeling that stretch all through the top of my left leg, through the inside of my right leg. This stretch is great for your hips. It's great for leg recovery. We are going to rock back, push our hips back. Our right leg is going to now straighten out. So our hips are now in line with our over top of our left knee. My right leg is extended straight, so my toes are facing forward. Hips are rocked back. My back is a little bit rounded because I'm hovering over top. My chest is over top of my right knee. My hands are still on the mat to the sides of my right leg for support. Feeling this through the whole backside of your right leg. You'll notice that if you pull your toes back towards you, pointing them up towards the ceiling, you'll get that deeper stretch through your through your leg. Be careful when you do that. It is quite sharp if you go too far. We're going to go ahead and rock forward one more time into that lower lunge on the right side. Feel that stretch through the back of your right leg now as you have just stretched it, so you'll feel a little bit more. Maybe you're pushing a little bit deeper into this stretch, into that lower lunge. We'll do this one pretty quick. And walk your hips back, pushing your down to extend your right leg straight, almost sitting on your left heel. And shaking it out. We are going to go ahead and extend our left leg now. So we're kneeling nice and tall. We're going to extend our left leg out in front of us. It is bent at 90 degrees, still being tall. Our knee is over top of our left heel. We're going to go ahead and push our hips forward, extending just pushing our hips forward. So we're now deep into that lower lunge on the left leg. My right leg is almost straight behind me, but it's still bent, keeping it nice there. Hands are on the ground on either side of your left leg for support, or on both sides of your left leg for support, or on your hips, pushing it deeper into that stretch. Your knee is going to come a little bit forward. Just make sure it doesn't go over top of your toes. If it is, make sure you just inch your foot a little bit forward so we're not causing harm to any joints there. Your right shin is going to be resting on the ground. Stretching only as is good for you. You may not be able to get all the way deep where your chest is laying on your thigh. Going only where it is best for you and your body. Rocking our hips back, pushing our hips back to where our bottom is going towards our right heel. Our left leg extends out straight and our chest is still remaining bent forward. Toes up towards the ceiling, feeling that stretch through the whole backside of your left leg. You almost look like a hurdler when they are going over hurdles in track. This is a really good stretch for runners. Nice stretch here, stretching out the whole backside of that left leg. And pushing our knee forward again, just stretching out that lower lunge. Seeing how much deeper we can go into that stretch. Before we rock back one more time, left leg is now straight, toes up towards the sky for our half split. And shaking it out. Great work, everybody. Grab a sip of water if you would like before we go into our lying down flow. We'll be starting in my favorite lying down position. It is corpse pose, so lying flat on your back, legs extended out, arms down at your side. It is like we are sleeping in bed. Back flat on the floor, palms up towards the sky. Taking nice deep breaths here, in through your nose, out through your mouth. And we'll just rest here for a few seconds. Good recovery. Feel all of your body at this point. Think about how your legs are feeling. How's your back, arms? Check in with your body at this time. If you need an extra sip of water, make sure you grab that. We are now going to bring our hands up overhead, extend them long behind us, fingertips outstretched. Point our toes, extend your body like you're on a big stretching machine. Somebody's pulling your arms and your legs, feeling all of that tension just leave your body. Feel your spine elongate. Take nice deep breaths through the movement. Make sure that we're still feeling that stretch all the way from our fingertips down to our toes. Keep your body elongated here. Nice big stretch. Rest as you need. And relax. Bringing our right knee, or our knees bent, keeping our back flat on the floor. Bring your right knee in towards your chest, grabbing onto your shin. I interlace my fingers along the shin, and I'm going to extend my left leg back out and pull my right leg up to my chest as close as I can, feeling that stretch all on the hamstring. When I do this, I like to add some movement into my feet. So I'm going to start by doing some ankle circles, and I invite you to do them as well. If that's what's best for your body. Just flexion, relax, and some ankle circles with my right leg. We are going to switch to the left side. Extending my right leg back out, grabbing our left leg, bringing it in to our chest, keeping our knee bent here, driving our knee towards our chest, pulling it in as close as we can, feeling that stretch all through our left leg. Remember to keep your back flat on the floor, taking nice deep breaths through all of our movements today. Add some ankle circles in if you would like. Make sure to go all directions. We don't want any of our muscles to feel left out. And extend our left leg back out. We'll pull our right leg in one more time. Extend and bring our left knee back in towards our chest. And extend. I'm going to bring both of my knees up to my chest, holding them both. We'll hold them here for a few seconds before we transfer into Happy Baby. If you know what Happy Baby is and that is your preference, go ahead and go into that now. But for now, we're going to go ahead and hold our knees to our chest to start. Bringing our feet up towards the ceiling, keeping our knees bent on the outside of our body. Go ahead and grab the soles or heels of your feet and pull your knees down towards the ground if you would like, and that is Happy Baby. The soles of our feet are up towards the ceiling. My hands, because my arms are a little short, I like to grab from the inside of my legs. You're more than welcome to grab the outside of your feet from the outside of your legs if you would like as well. Knees are coming outside of our body on either side of our chest. Feeling the stretch all on the inside of our thighs. And resting. We are going to keep our feet flat on the floor, knees are bent. Right leg is going to go into a figure 4 or a pigeon. So bending at the knee, our left our right ankle is going to rest on our left thigh. Our sole of our foot is to the left. We're going to reach through that hole that we just made and grab our left leg, pulling it in closer to our chest. So our right leg is bent over top. And we're feeling that stretch all through the backside and the outside of our right leg and glute. Only pulling as close as you can that is comfortable, not painful. You're supposed to stretch our bodies, not hurt our bodies. And feet both flat on the floor again, knees remain bent. Left leg is going to bend at 90 degrees. Our left ankle is going to rest on our right thigh, so our knee is bent out wide to the left. Our left arm is going to go through that hole that we just made, grabbing the back of our right thigh. Right hand is going to interlock fingers with left arm and pull closer to our body. You may find that one side is harder or a little more tight than the other. Just make sure that you're being careful with your body. My left side is way more tight typically than the right, so I can't pull as close. You may find the same, maybe the other side, or they're both perfect and they feel the same. Only stretching what is good for you. And releasing, putting both of our feet back on the floor. I'm going to extend my legs straight. We're going to bring our right knee up towards our chest, bringing it across our body. You can have your legs straight or bent, but we are twisting our lower body here, keeping our chest up towards the ceiling and bringing our right leg across to the left as far as it feels comfortable for you. We're stretching out our spine here. I like to have my arms outstretched at shoulder height so they're flat on the floor, so I know I'm not going too far in one direction. Extending our body out straight. Left leg comes up and across our body, twisting to the right. Again, we want to keep our shoulders, both of them flat on the floor, so that's why I keep my arms outstretched. We're just twisting with the lower body, feeling that spine twist here. And straightening back out. We'll be doing a hamstring stretch. We'll be starting with our right leg. Our left leg is going to remain flat on the floor. Left leg is going to come up as straight as we can get it and hold it there. I like to grab right behind my thigh or right under my knee, interlocking my fingers, pulling my leg closer towards my chest as I can, keeping that leg straight. We don't want it too bent there. And feel that stretch through the whole backside of your right leg. Taking deep breaths. And lowering our right leg, extending our left leg up into the sky, trying to get our ankle over top of our hip. Trying to get it into a straight line. Mine doesn't quite get there. Stretching out our hamstrings. Keeping a slight bend in your knee, but not a drastic one. using our hands to brace our leg, trying to get it as close to straight as we can. And relaxing. We're going to roll over to our stomachs and do cobra. We're going to go ahead and bring our arms bent, so our forearms are flat on the floor, palms are down on the floor, our elbows are underneath of our shoulders, our chest is up off the floor facing forward, head is in line there. We are going to go ahead and hold it here at like a little back extension, feeling that stretch through our whole chest. When you are ready, push off the floor, extending our arms out straight. You'll have a nice curve in the spine. Your head is going to lift up a little bit as we're doing this and gently lower. Feeling that stretch all through your chest and stomach. When you're ready, on your next exhale, go ahead and push up from your hands with a nice curve in your spine, straightening out those arms and lower. Our head is going to go back as we're doing this, so one more time. Nice deep breath in, pushing our hands into the ground, so we are now curving our backs. Head goes back, feeling that stretch all through our stomachs, through our chest, and lowering. We are now in our cool down, so we're going to start by finding a comfy spot and taking a few deep breaths. I'm going to remain on my stomach and rest my head on my arms and take a few deep breaths here. Maybe that comfy spot for you is corpse.
Oh. Let me get my Bible tight and I try to push.
And rest. We're going to go ahead and go lay on our backs for our windshield wipers. Knees are going to stay bent. We are going to start flat on the floor. We're going to go ahead and rotate our knees to the right. My hands are going to outstretch at shoulder height, extended left and right, palms on the floor. We're going to lower our knees to the right and rock them across our body to the left, going left and right, keeping our shoulders and our back flat on the floor. Hips are going to rotate up off the floor as we're going left and right. Nice slow movements left and right. And rest. Keeping our knees bent, we're going to go ahead and pull them into our chest, giving our legs a nice hug. Holding it here, taking a few deep breaths, extending our legs back out, arms up overhead, elongating that spine one last time, extending our body, feeling it. Is it loose? Is it tight anywhere that you still need to stretch? Taking a few restorative breaths and analyzing your body. From your toes to your knees, hips, arms, shoulders, all the way through the neck. How is our body feeling? to a seated position. We're gonna go ahead into butterfly, sitting nice and tall. Feet are gonna be touching each other, knees are bent out to the side. I like to hold onto my toes if they're close together, keeping our knees out wide. Feeling that stretch the inside of our thighs. One more for the hips. Extending both of our legs straight out in front of us. Toes pointed up towards the ceiling, going into a forward fold, reaching our hands down towards our toes, trying to get as close as we can. Bending forward. And standing nice and tall, slowly getting up. We're gonna take 3 nice big restorative breaths. Feet are gonna be shoulder width apart. We'll bring our hands into it, slight bend in the knees, hands go down, outside. As we're taking a nice big inhaling breath, hands extend up, fingertips up towards the sky, holding here. Exhale, hands come down back to our side, slight bend in the knees, hands go down by our knees. 2 more, nice deep breath, hands go up on our inhale, hold, and exhale. One last one, hands down by our knees, standing up, nice big deep breath in, hold at the top, and exhale. I'm gonna go ahead and stop our recording. And pause.